The boys are back in town. Oh, fuck, wrong intro. God damn it.
Oh, what?
To kill you. We're gonna kill you.
Yay, it's the Wrassleboys.
Yeah, we're back. I mean, I say we're back, but we're not usually gone for that long.
Yeah, exactly. Can this stop now?
You can stop it anytime you want.
Well, I had to repair.
You had to repair?
I had to repair. For the Viacom takedown again, of course.
Don't do
because
that.
We are still doing the Temple Run.
Temple Run.
That's Alli. I'm Megafighter.
We're staying in the temple.
We got
to the next room. We avoided the guy in a ghillie suit. He's assembling the monkey. We're here.
It's really, really hard to get the feet on there.
For Lucha Underground episodes 3 and 4. Roctane's not here.
Yes.
Fuck him. Anyway.
We fired him anyway, so.
Yeah. You gotta watch all the show, dude.
Gotta watch all the show. Alright. So, we start off with a recap, and here's the great thing about Lucha Underground. We get the one recap that starts off the show. There you go.
Yep, we got a recap narrated by Louis Anderson.
Show me. Feet.
What?
Because it was still on the queue.
Thank you, Louis Anderson.
You want you to show him some feet.
But yeah, we just get a recap of all like the important bits. You know, welcome to the temple. You know, I got a bunch of money. I'm gonna keep it from Johnny Mundo, and then I beat him up. Stay away from Johnny Mundo. A thousand deaths is coming. All that good stuff.
They sort of like, it's every week up to this point, but they made it quicker this time.
Yeah, they make it quicker, and they kind of like figure what's gonna be important to these next few episodes.
But first of all, the crowd's chanting for Lucha. And then they cut to Dario's office, which is oddly quiet, despite the fact he's in where the ring is.
Yeah. Got good soundproofing in there, I think.
Conan's got some bomb-ass talent from Mexico. He got their green cards homes.
He gives us a baller line of they're on point like a decimal.
I like that. I don't know.
That is good. And like he's talking about these three guys, Drago, Pentagon Jr., and Phoenix.
Yes.
Who we will not be consulting on Google because there's no real gimmick difference for these guys.
Oh, we'll talk about that when they come up.
But
so yeah, and I think Dario just says, "What's the best idea than to put them against each other?
Just have a triple threat for the night."
So that's just Conan's what the main event is. It's a triple threat.
Conan's just like, yeah, good idea.
He's like, sure.
No. Then we get to Dario coming out and saying how fans are saying people are saying there isn't enough lucha in Lucha Underground. And I'm like, who?
Enough lucha.
Who is saying this?
White boys complaining on the internet.
Who is saying there's not enough lucha? I want names.
So he found a man who works at a taco restaurant, gave him a mask, and out comes El Mariachi Loco. So, this is apparently he gets a gimmick change later, but this is the only thing he's gone by.
He's just El Mariachi Loco.
Yes.
What's interesting is Dario Cueto says that if Mariachi Loco wins or impresses, he'll maybe play a little song for the crowd, and the crowd actually starts sounding, "Play the song, play the song, play the song."
I don't know how to play guitar actually.
What's weird is this is the one time I think I've ever seen in wrestling where a crowd actually demands music to be played.
Well, I think they had like reggaeton at the start.
Well, I mean, besides the reggaeton, but I mean, like, usually when you get a musical performance, it's like no one's there for it. Please. Like, please stop. But this time, no, they want a musical performance. But yes, we bring out El Mariachi Loco. to face off against Mascarita Sagrada.
Yes, Mascarita Sagrada from the I forgot the Mexican version or the Spanish version, but he's a mini star.
Oh, the mini Estrella.
Yeah, a mini Estrella. I think if it's two L's, you kind of do like a weird like Y-ish sound because with my basic bitch Duolingo skills, a boy is or like a definitive article for a boy is L, but a definitive article for a girl is ella or like ELLA.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm going off of that.
But I might be wrong.
I think it's for a. Okay, there's a lot of like different. They gender like Spanish genders food and like inanimate objects.
Yeah, like El Niño.
Yeah. So it's just sort of like my milk is a girl.
It's a girl. But Vampiro, very cool, tells us that like Mascarita Sagrada is like a veteran of AAA. Like
Dude's legit.
Like that he was picked out by like Antonio Pena and everything.
Yeah,
it's like, you know what, cool.
Yeah, dude's legit, and also like Vampiro giving us cool history and backstory of Lucha things, which I appreciate.
Yeah, it
doesn't.
It doesn't
teaching you Lucha.
It doesn't shy away from the history like WWE.
We found this short man, and we gave him a mask, and he's never wrestled. So,
yeah.
But yeah, Mascarita Sagrada can actually go, and I did some research. He was 50.
He was 50 at the time, but he has not lost a step at all.
No, he's got a very, like, Jushin Liger-esque style of, like, strikes and flips.
Yeah. You'd think with his build and his age that they'd be working against him. Like, his body isn't, like... You know, his body's, like, different because of his condition.
Well, dwarfism's kind of a hard ride.
Yeah, dwarfism's a hard ride. So you'd think he'd be retiring earlier. But no, he was working even here and still could fucking go.
Yeah, he could fucking go. Lucha Things, this is the only podcast where we don't review a match.
This is the only podcast where, like, I have no notes about the actual move.
We don't tell you shit about the match.
Because we're too busy watching it and
this is episode 30. We are our 30th episode of Wrassleboys. We haven't told anyone a goddamn thing about a match.
That's not fair. I feel like we talk up matches and we talk about spots in it. It's just harder with Lucha Underground because...
When the match is good, we just go, it's a good match. And that's it.
Well, we talk about what we like about a match, or like just like we bring up notable spots. Come on now, you're underselling the talents of Wrassleboys.
Oh, we suck.
No, we live in a society, as Matt Stryker said.
We live in a society. Okay.
Anyway, but like,
well, my intro was just me doing the deadlocked intro.
Yes.
With the boys are back at town playing.
The thing is, like, it's really hard to describe good wrestling to you, especially when we're watching it, because I just want to keep my eyes on the match.
When it looks good and is good, you kind of just want to look at it, and it just sort of feels like... It just sort of feels like you're sitting there and your lizard brain's taking it in as just like, increase the... Shit, what's the chemical in your brain that makes you feel good?
Release the endorphins.
Release the endorphins.
Release the dolphins. Power the monkey brain.
Gonna quick Google this. Regular Google. What's the chemical for pleasure?
According to WebMD, dopamine.
Dopamine, yeah.
At least the dopamine.
What the fuck is endorphins then?
I thought endorphins were like involved in that. Endorphins definition. Polypeptides made by the pituitary gland central. Endorphins primarily help one deal with stress and reduce feelings of pain.
A little maybe a little bit of maybe a little bit of endorphins, but dopamine is what I'm talking
You
about.
mostly want the dopamine going through you. El dopamine.
El dopamine. So it just sort of feels like you're sitting there and your lizard brain is just like releasing dopamine and making you feel good, but at the same time, your mouth is agape and you're just shoving popcorn in that shit. That is all you're doing.
I like how you go with lizard brain and I go with monkey brain.
I guess it's just because of who I listen to when I'm not doing this. I always think of lizard.
You listen to Knowledge Fight.
Yes. Lizard people. Are you a well? I think about are you a lizard?
Look, we'll get to the lizard people in the main event.
By the way, I know we're not doing So Let Me Tell You About anymore, but I can take the wheel for episodes of Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura.
You can.
You can. It's part of the... All it has to be is a show with a wrestler in it. And Jesse Ventura was the body. Even though he... So, yes.
All right, so, like, what I do have down is, like, at one point, Vampiro talks about how he went to the Mexican restaurant that El Mariachi Loco worked at. But he doesn't even say how the food was. He doesn't give, like, a comment on it.
He doesn't even describe what, like... You know, he kind of does, like... I would describe it as, like... You know, a stand-up comedian will do kind of like the setup to a joke, and then he'll just sort of elaborate on the joke so that the punchline makes sense. It's just like, hey, we walked into a bar. And just silence.
That's basically
I went to the... And Vampiro was just like, I went to the restaurant. I went to the restaurant that he worked at.
It's like my version of, like, making fun of, like, stand-up comic sex jokes where I just go, like, I had sex.
Megafighter, knock knock.
Laugh. Who's there? Who's there? Shit, guess they left. I was thinking of like when like stand-up comics make like sex jokes, and it's like I just had like my parody of that where it's like I had sex.
One time I was having sex. You better fucking laugh.
Like I just go like just get rid of them because I'm like laugh. Like, and that's the joke.
So Masquerita wins with like a surprise roll-up, which my rule for surprise roll-ups is it's really good when you do it sometimes.
Yes.
It keeps both of the people... It doesn't make the guy who lost look like a bitch, unless he gets rolled up constantly.
Yeah.
It makes Masquerita Sagrada the underdog because he's small.
It makes him
look crafty.
Loco.
It makes him look crafty.
It makes El Mariachi Loco the overcar because he's big.
Yeah, and he's gonna run over the car. Wait, no, he's gonna
run over the dog. Sagrada.
But Chavo doesn't give a shit.
Can I just note though that this match was better than all of the midget matches we were watching in NWA TNA?
Well, this guy's like decently. He has like decent dexterity and ring awareness, and his wrestling isn't I'm gonna hit you with shit. He's actually like doing sunset flips and fucking Hurricane Ranas and all that.
Like I think it even beats out Tio versus Hollywood, which was the best match we had seen out of that collective.
Yeah.
And Bo comes out, he fucking kicks Masquerita Sagrada, and Vampiro is just fucking happy the whole time.
Yeah. I think he's like, I didn't like Chavo because I thought he was a bitch, but him doing this is awesome.
He just likes watching little people get beaten up.
Yeah, you hit that midget with a chair.
It really is just that. It's like, it's not that he's a full-on heel, it's more that he just likes watching little people get beaten with chairs.
I think Vampiro just likes watching people get hurt. Which is very Vampiro of him.
Yep. And so after that beatdown segment, we get like a cut together interview with Chavo.
Conveniently, Vampiro also had an interview with Chavo ready.
Yes.
They talk about like what the Guerrero family means, and that he's technically the patriarch since he's the only like major Guerrero guy wrestling these days.
Yeah.
You know, because Chavo Classic is old and the other Guerreros are
Gory
dead.
retired. Gory's probably dead. Hector's pretty much working desk work.
And, like, he does honor and respect his family, but he feels like it just doesn't fit in this kind of place anymore.
Mm.
And that, you know, he needs to bring the violence.
He needs to bring the violence.
And then,
You
like,
know,
Vampiro kind of eggs him on and talks about how, like, you know, I expected you to come in there and, you know, beat the shit out of Blue Demon, but you fucking tapped like a pussy.
Like, there's some really, like, nice little shooty part, kind of, like, just kind of shooting, like, like, comments, like, oh, yeah, Chavo, people know Chavo, they'll bring in viewers, and it's like, you know, I like that. It's not like, it doesn't go full on, like, pipe bomb, but it's just, like, little moments of shooting that
like,
I
you were just booked for the rating, and then, like, not because we expect you to be anything. And then Chavo says, I'm gonna be champion here, even though there isn't a belt yet, but, you know.
There's a belt yet, but he's gonna win the $100,000 that Johnny Mundo didn't get.
He's gonna make a belt out of $100,000.
Yes.
Look, with enough time and enough Gorilla Glue, I will be the $100,000 champion.
Thinking now of the Gorilla Glue commercials that are perfectly cut.
Oh yeah, the Gorilla Glue commercials where the gorilla shows up, but they cut them right when the gorilla shows up, so it's just like, oh man, I can't believe I broke my mom's favorite vase.
Exactly. Those are great. Oh, that was groovy.
Where
Not
are
that anyone
we?
can hear that. So.
No one can hear groovy. I'm in recording mode. That means all my
know.
Discord sounds are silenced.
Well, Chavo, we're wrapping up the Chavo interview. I figure at one point Vampiro just says, "You're nuts, dude."
No, he's just like, you know, thanks for interviewing, Chavo. You're fucking nuts. You need help. And
Thanks for interviewing. I'm Vampiro with Lucha Underground on El Rey Network.
bye.
Conan, I have written down Conan with the immigration jokes.
Oh yeah, Conan confronts Chavo in the back after his interview and just tells him, "You gotta make yourself scarce, because what you did, or you gotta get your papers ready, and you gotta bounce back to Mexico. Because if after they find out what you did to like Sagrada and fucking Blue Demon Jr.,
oh yeah,
they're gonna fuck you up.
They're gonna end you." And then Katrina comes out and is just like, "You took the beat down of Blue Demon Jr. from Mil Muertes."
Oh, there was also a Mil Muertes jump scare where like Chavo turns around and he's right there, and then he goes away.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's just like, you took the beat down, and that's not cool. He was gonna do the beat down lick. Oh.
I wanted to lick him. I'm gonna lick
And then
you.
Don't lick Chavo. You don't know where he's been.
You don't know where that Chavo is. 5-second rule, young lady.
5-second rule.
He wastes a perfectly good Chavo.
And speaking of Mil Muertes, we cut to our next match: Ricky Mandel versus Mil Muertes with Katrina.
And they stop during his entrance and do Mil Muertes' backstory.
Yeah, where it's like, you know,
Now,
they say
the
like
thing about this being pre-recorded, you don't have that weird thing where, like, you know, Roman Reigns hits the ring, and then there's like a commercial, and then like the Raw rebound of the night, and just it cuts back and Roman Reigns is just pacing because he's been there the whole fucking time. No, the entrance, like his entrance stops, backstory, back to the entrance.
And we're just there because it's pre-recorded. We can cut it in. Yeah, so they give us the Mil Muertes backstory, where like in 1985, September 19th, 1985, like an earthquake hit Mexico City. Yeah, legitimate earthquake. I thought they were just coming up with a date, but no. I looked it up. It's like, oh yeah, there was an earthquake in Mexico City in 1985.
And you know, she tried to like Katrina tried to speak poetically about it, but pretty much he didn't give a shit. All his family died.
Like leveled his home, it killed his family, and it buried him in rubble.
And then he was just like, you know what? I'm cool with this. I don't give a fuck.
Like, yeah, he just felt like he was like, yeah, this is fine. And like he took like a piece of like rubble from his old home and like took it with him, and it's like, oh, that's The Rock.
And he's canonically Pascual Mendoza.
Pascual Mendoza.
Mendoza!
Mendoza! I don't know why I thought that The Rock had like magic powers when I first watched the show.
I thought he had a magic gimmick, but I don't think he has a magic gimmick now. I just think he's just a weird guy.
He's just a weirdo. Like I must have missed it the first time that The Rock was just like a piece of like the rubble from the earthquake.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a very symbolic kind of thing for him.
So Ricky Mandel has one job: to get fucked.
To get destroyed by Mil Muertes and his big ass.
And his big ass. He gets speared after like they kind of do a stare down. He just gets systematically fucked, and then Vampiro's like, "You better be taking notes." And then we're just "We are."
I don't know if you're taking notes. Like I am.
We are taking notes.
And Matt Stryker,
Flatliner, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, and then like she walks over, like Katrina walks over and she licks Ricky Mandel, and fucking Matt Stryker of all people just goes like, "Man, I really want to be licked by Katrina." Does
that turn anyone else on? Am I weird? Yes.
Yes. We were like, "What the fuck, Matt Stryker?"
So yeah, that happened, and then we're back to another segment. This is very segment-heavy episode.
Very segment-heavy.
Johnny Mundo is coming down the hallway, where Cortez Castro and Cisco, right?
Cisco, yeah. I think it was. I don't know if it was Cortez and Cisco or if it was just two randos.
No, I think it was them.
Okay.
And he
they're blocking the way to Dario Cueto's
you can't come in there. Dario's busy. And then Johnny Mundo just punches both of them. And we made jokes about, "I'm doing my taxes in here."
But yeah, it's like I guess the password was super kick.
It's like, what's the password? Super kicks.
He beats up the two members of the crew as they would be known. He walks in and he like starts demanding, like Dario's like, "I want a match against Big Rick." And like Dario Cueto was like, "You got it next week."
And then I'm coming after you.
And I'm coming after you. And like he doesn't wrestle.
I don't wrestle, sir. I'm doing my taxes. That's how they got Al Capone.
Yeah. Then I think we get another segment after commercial break. And like the segment is like he's giving like money to Big Rick.
Yep.
And like, "I want more money. I gotta get paid.
Pay me.
Like,
pay me hard."
It's like, I'll pay you all you want. Just kill Johnny Mundo, basically.
Send him to the hospital. Fuck his back up. Make him cry.
Big Rick, do you accept PayPal?
Venmo.
I'll Venmo you the rest.
I don't even have a Venmo.
I'll subscribe to your Patreon.
I'll subscribe to your Patreon. Do your Twitch stream. I'll give you bits.
I'll give you a red super chat.
Super chat.
Produce cameo.
I'll
pay a cameo.
Do you have Fiverr? Can you voice an anime for me?
Yeah, go by Anime Boyfriend.
I'm Anime Boyfriend.
The weirdest twist of all, and the most esoteric joke imaginable.
Yeah.
We get another Prince Puma hype package. You were right about how segmenty this was.
Yes, but we do get. Okay, it is Prince Puma with a lot of Spanglish. Main event. Sorry.
Main event. Drago versus Pentagon Jr. versus Phoenix.
Yes.
And here, once again, I am just like, yeah, good wrestling. I'm just enjoying the match.
Vampiro tells us about stairs.
Vampiro tells us about stairs. I do remember during like a move, Matt Stryker said, "If I could physically do that, I would steal that move," which was such a good line.
It was like, I don't feel like hurting my back. So no.
I can't do that, but if I could, I would.
Anyways,
there was like
Google.
Google.
I turned that up slightly too high.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But
So,
honestly, most of these guys. Go ahead.
Drago used to be known as Gato Everready.
Oh
Now,
my god.
The reason why I bring this up is because if you Google the wrestler Gato Everready, he looks fucking stupid.
And in case you're wondering, Gato Everready was a wrestler for the battery company Everready.
He was legitimately sponsored by Everready. Go look that shit up. It's silly. He was also in this group called the Wrassleboys, but that's not as funny. So
That's funny as Gato Everready.
Pentagon also had a different gimmick at first, but he didn't get over with it. He got over as Pentagon. So
And Phoenix was just Phoenix, but they dropped the.
yeah, he was Ray Phoenix, and then they just call him Phoenix.
Probably because they're on Ray Network.
Him and Pentagon are brothers.
Yes, you will see them on Impact and AEW as the Lucha Bros.
Yes, I kind of wish that Pentagon got another singles run because he's great.
Yeah.
This match is good. There's a lot of aggressive titty slaps.
A lot of impressive titty slaps.
Phoenix just sort of bounces about halfway into the match.
Yeah.
Like he just sits on the stairs and then just goes up and takes a break. But that's because he's going to dive off of Dario's office.
Yeah. First spot off the office, as we have noted. First spot off of Dario Cueto's office.
Yes.
Spots
Lucha
off
thing.
the office spots off the office will become a recurring theme, and they will be more insane every time.
There's like
good Lucha things.
There's a package pile driver. There's like a sit out snowplow kind of thing. Phoenix wins with like a Frankensteiner reverse Rana.
Doesn't Drago get hit with like 2 different pile drivers in succession?
Yeah, that's the.
Because I have the note. Fuck Drago's neck.
Fuck his neck and fuck his fake tongue.
His fake weird tongue.
His
that we
fake
don't know what
Jello
it
tongue.
is. I just have more foreshadowing. Oh yeah, because like after
Dario's like in a jail cell almost.
I believe Phoenix wins.
Yeah, he wins with the reverse Rana. That's what I said.
Oh yeah, and after Phoenix wins, he's in like a cell kind of area, and he's just kind of like, Johnny Mundo thinks he can fuck with me. Like,
he said he's coming for me. I'll fucking kill him.
And like we hear like a low growling kind of noise, like kind of noise in the background.
Gonna throw my cat at him.
Yeah. There was like I think they say elraynetwork.com. I looked it up. That is still a functioning website.
Hey, they kept it up.
All right, how about that? But yeah, that wraps up episode 3. And now we go to episode 4.
More reggaeton.
Last time on Lucha Underground, reggaeton.
Sexy Star has some things about Chavo she wants to say. Especially because, he beat up a bunch of people with a chair.
Yes, including her.
Which she takes personally. And then Evilise comes out, but the crowd's too loud and she screams at them. And then Matt Stryker says, reminds me of my house.
Yeah, she goes like, shut up. And it's like, I'm talking. It's like, we were like, what was that, Matt Stryker? Did you just admit that there's been like domestic disturbances at your house frequently?
I too have many domestic disputes. Then she's got words for Sexy Star. Ugly. As in you are ugly.
Yes. Because she, Evilise Velez, is the baddest bitch in this building.
She had a very aggressive B on that second B. So
yeah,
she is the baddest bitch in the building.
So yeah, we have made it a point of trying to make sure we can hit like just the right level of pop on that B. Because she is the baddest bitch in the building.
She's the baddest building in the bitch.
It is really loud.
Yes.
But now we have the match of who tanked their career harder.
I'd feel bad for shitting on them, but they kind of did it to themselves.
They did it to themselves, and then it just ended up with so we couldn't be enthused about the match, which was otherwise good, but it's just like
Evilise big time, like tried to big time Thunder Rosa, and
Sexy Star broke Rosemary's arm.
Yeah, just don't do those. Those are some party fouls in the wrestling biz. We're not even part of the wrestling biz, and those are party fouls.
Those are total party fouls, and it's just like. So it's just like, no seller or fucking injurer. Who do I root for? God.
Sexy Star wins with a roll up. Honestly, it was. I don't know. I don't pay as much attention to these matches. I'm sorry.
I pay too much attention where I'm just like super in the match. Like, and
well, if I'm into the match, I'll pay attention. But if I'm not into the match, I'll just like check. I'll just check Reddit or something while I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm just on Twitter. I feel bad for saying it, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I don't care about either of these women because they're both kind of terrible in personality.
So yeah, we're in the back, and Drago's in the office, and Dario Cueto's like talking with him. You didn't win, and you didn't lose, but that means you lost because you didn't win. But I'll give you an opportunity to fight King Cuerno, our new guy.
Yeah, new guy. We're setting up for a match with King Cuerno.
Penta did a promo entirely in Spanish, but he did fucking great.
Yeah.
It's awesome that he just got over entirely in Spanish.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he's also in like California, so
true.
Very good place to get over in Spanish.
Yeah, it's just, Phoenix versus Pentagon Jr. Brother fight.
Pentagon Jr. wants respect.
Respect.
Phoenix is wearing the flag of Mexico. His colors of the flag of Mexico. I saw it and saw Christmas. I'm sorry.
And we started making the dumb joke that he's like a Yule log that keeps coming back.
No matter how much you light that Yule log on fire,
you'll get another Yule log.
Reform from its soot.
It's like, oh no, not another Yule log. You're gonna have to burn that one too. This match was good. Hell to you, all that shit.
Yeah, because I think somebody said they said something that sounded like hell to you.
Death to you. I think that was the move.
Death to you, yeah. Yeah, that Pentagon hits death to you, and we just go hell to you.
There were several goal kicks, and like they were just shouting goal at each other.
It was just good, fun lucha. It's just
Phoenix wins with the Flanish Spy.
The Flanish Spy, it's back. It'll never leave.
You know, if we don't see one long enough, I'll stop saying it.
But we keep seeing them.
But we keep seeing them every fucking week.
It's like how I thought I was gonna get mileage out of my fucking Santana shirt hoodie,
and I thought I was gonna get mileage out of moves Jeff Jarrett does, but apparently not.
And then we did the temple run.
Yeah.
But yeah, just good lucha match, good lucha thing. Really, I feel like if you're watching this for like an in-depth analysis, you came to the wrong place. We're just gonna tell you that the match is good and tell you to fucking check it out.
Go watch it. It's free. We're not paid by anybody, even though we wish we were.
We
watch it free on Tubi.
Watch it on Tubi. We would gladly take MLW's money to hype this shit, but at the same time, we would hype this shit even if we weren't paid.
Yeah, pretty much.
We get a hype package for King Cuerno. Oh, he's a hunter.
He's a hunting man. He's not a good guy or a bad guy. He's a hunter, and they're his prey.
Yeah, and he does like pantomime like bow shots.
Well, he also has a bow and arrow tattoo on his stomach, which means El Google. Slightly quieter this time.
Yeah.
He is El Hijo del Fantasma, also known as Santos Escobar in NXT.
Huh.
I think they just wanted to give him an original gimmick in here because fuck it, and also he has a bow and arrow tattoo, so it kind of works.
Where's Deerhead when he comes out as he's going up against Drago tonight?
King Cuerno. Cuerno means horn, and and that's kind of a hunter thing, brother. He might also be horny.
King Cuerno is horny for some dragon.
King horny.
King horny.
I might start calling them that. King horny.
But yes, he comes out with a deer head that he like takes off before the match, which is really cool.
I love that gimmick. I don't know, man.
That's a good gimmick. I just have the note, good match.
Megafighter with the in-depth commentary.
Match good.
All right, welcome to Wrestling Observer Radio. I am Brian Alvarez, and here is Dave Sempervive. We are here reviewing Lucha Underground episode 4, excuse me. And what do you think of this match, Dave?
Match good.
Exactly. I mixed like Dave and Mike. Sorry.
Did you call him Mike Meltzer?
No, I called him Dave Sempervive instead of Mike Sempervive.
It's Mike Sempervive. There's not two Daves running Wrestling Observer
Dave
Radio.
and Dave, the double Daves.
It's like Brian Alvarez and Brian whatever his other last name.
Brian Lawler.
Brian Lawler. No, the guy who does fucking F4W with Brian Alvarez.
I think Lance Storm does it.
Brian Storm.
Brian Storm. I just match good.
Match good.
I'm not shitting on you because I didn't write that much either.
Yeah, it's just like fucking my monkey brain just took over. It's like, Dragon Man fight Deer
Dragon
Man.
Dragon Man fight Deer Man with bow. We suck.
we are doing our worst when we have such good like.
This is the.
We're so sorry.
I used to be such a negative asshole when I was younger that I could probably find something to bitch about, but this is actually decent. And I'm just struggling really fucking hard.
It's so hard to get good material out of, or just to get good notes out of, man, I'm really enjoying this match. I don't want to look away and have to type notes. Something could happen.
Was it the best match? No. It was great, though.
But it was great. I would recommend you watch this episode.
If this was on TV, on weekly TV, or on free TV, I'd watch the hell out of this shit. You know?
Yeah, it's available for free on Tubi. Well, there's ads. But, you know what? Even the ads might be worth it just to get to this.
Well, I mean, I hope the money's going to the right people.
Yeah.
So, Drago wins. He gets a roll-up. It's like a fancy roll-up.
Well, it's a real fancy roll-up, yeah.
More like a La Magistral and more like just a victory roll or something.
Yeah.
Cuerno's pissed. Honestly, I was a little bit surprised. I thought he'd win his debut.
You'd think, but no. Yeah, he did not win his debut. They put Drago over, but I feel like
they'll have to pay that back later. I think there's going to probably be a feud.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a program. They're going to do a follow-up match on episode 5, most likely.
Then we got Big Rick versus we got Prince Puma working out. And Conan comes.
I didn't even write that one down.
And Conan comes in and just goes, "Look, kid, Johnny ain't your fight. I don't care if 3 people come in, 5 people come in, the whole fucking arena comes in. Stay out of this. It ain't your fucking problem."
You're not here for fucking. For Johnny Mundo, you look out for you.
Just cut that promo, but in Spanglish, and you got the Conan version.
Yeah, a lot of La Raza. Oh wait, the La Raza thing was with Chavo. Okay.
Yes. I jokingly wrote, Big Rick versus Mundo, Lucha Underground or Saturday Night Main Event taping. You decide.
But yeah, Big Rick versus Johnny Mundo, just a good, solid match with 2 guys that know each other.
They could have faced off while they were down on the card when Johnny decided you know what, fuck this place.
I'm sure of it. I'm gonna look it up. In fact,
like John Morrison versus Ezekiel Jackson.
Yeah, like I'm going to Pro Fight DB right now. Ezekiel Jackson, opponent's partners, Johnny Mundo.
They describe him as Kimbo Slice meets Suge Knight. I could kind of see the Kimbo Slice comparisons, but... Oh yeah, Suge Knight is just kind of a bad person in general, isn't he?
Yes. He also played football at one point.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. They mostly did battle royals. They never had a singles match.
Oh, okay.
Up until now.
He's big and he's a Rick.
Yeah, he's just doing big power stuff.
He's doing big guy things, and Mundo's like agile, and he's trying to fight around him and figure out like what angle he can catch Big Rick off guard.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And then we cut to Prince Puma, who's just kind of standing there. Like he's in a WWE Universe cutscene, and he gets jumped by Castro and Cisco.
They mess him up, and then they come out for the DQ.
Yeah, they come out for the DQ. Luckily, it wasn't a long enough match to make it feel like you wasted your time.
And it at least feels like it's at least like it's a DQ where it's like, okay, yeah, it's the Big Rick.
It didn't seem like Big Rick was losing. It just sort of seemed like, all right, we're gonna help out Big Rick.
We're gonna beat him. We're gonna beat up Johnny Mundo because we gotta make an example of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Big Rick tries the Nagi, doesn't work. Mundo kind of slips out of it. They beat him up some more.
And then we have the first appearance of a
we forgot about problem. There was a second Flanders spy.
Oh, there was a second Flanders spy. Was it a double Flanders spy or just
no?
single?
It was Mundo. Because he mounted an offense.
Yeah, he did get some offense in. I think it was when he was getting offense in. Castro and Cisco decide, we're gonna fuck you up now,
and they get the Lucha table.
The Lucha table.
So
now it is.
Here's the thing. It's pretty much required that you have to have a gimmicked table.
Yes.
Because a typical table will break your fucking ribs if you land on it. It has to be gimmicked at least a little bit so the guy doesn't die. But this table literally looks like they got like a quarter-inch particle board and then slapped like wood veneer on top of it to make it look like it's made of wood.
Yes.
And it just breaks with a fucking breeze.
Like it is a like common wrestling lore amongst like fans in the know that in Japan their tables are notoriously difficult to break.
Yes.
Even when you are trying your best.
Do not fuck with a Japanese table. They got build quality over there.
They got build quality over there.
Like, I don't know how much you could put on that fucking table. I'm just thinking, like, would it break if you just put a punch bowl on it?
But in reverse, a Lucha table breaks if you, like, sneeze at it.
This table truly does take Mexican damage. That is a salty bet joke. Yeah, that's the humor you get here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a Canadian table.
I'm about to up your fucking esoteric humor. It would not survive a VTuber slapping it at all.
All right, I don't get that one.
Yeah. So apparently, like people in Hololive are known for just smacking their desks a lot when they're angry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's all fun. Anyway, but yeah, this table is destroyed after Johnny Mundo has been called a Nagi again.
He called him a Nagi twice. I can't believe it. Double Nagi. Double
Nagi. He couldn't get it the first time, but he got it the second time.
Yeah. He could have been called a triple Nagi if he didn't.
It's true. But yeah, so that is the end of episodes 3 and 4.
Yep.
These were good, and these were good, just hours of wrestling content.
Good match.
Good matches. Good angles.
Write a review for us. Good.
New characters.
Good match. Good.
Let's do awards while we're here, though.
Awards.
Because I feel awards. So, Okay, so first off, let's go into MVP, which is going to be tough to pick.
I'm going Phoenix because he was on both shows and he killed it.
Well, Phoenix, Drago, and Pentagon were all on both shows, but
Yeah.
I think but Phoenix definitely killed it, so I'll give it that.
And
Underrated, I don't know if we can really. I don't know. Can we really qualify that?
I'm going Pentagon because he didn't win either time.
He didn't win both times, so yeah.
But he still did great.
He still did great. He didn't win both times. He still did great. So he's underrated, but it's not like he's probably the only underrated we might get because I know he's going to get a big push later. There was no Y segment really. Everything kind of added up.
What is happening in your home, Matt Striker?
Besides what is happening in Matt Striker's home. Speaking of Matt Striker, he did manage the Matt Striker first count.
It's here.
Free.
Three.
Like, when we watched Lucha Underground, we always knew Vampiro was kind of the horny one. We were surprised by how much horniness Matt Striker was getting into.
Yeah, he got weirdly horny, and I don't get it.
No sign of the week, because there's no signs.
No signs to be found.
I
think they did all these tapings in, like, a couple weeks.
Yeah. So no one had time to prepare signs.
Yeah.
But, all around, this was just good wrestling television.
Yes.
And it's just a nice reprieve from the weeks in which we did TNA and suffered. It's just nice to have good things.
Good Lucha things.
Good
God damn
Lucha
it.
things.
Woo.
God damn it. Woo! I think that could sum up the fucking show. It's like we're here to to review and talk about good Lucha thing. God damn it! Woo!
Just run off into the sunset, knowing that we did a shit job.
We hope that next week we will have at least more to talk about with Lucha Underground. That we will have more interesting notes to take.
Match good.
Than match good. Than just this match was good. But if you want to hear us with some better work than this episode, you can find it on Wrassleboys with the wrassleboyspod.wordpress.com. You can find us on Spotify and YouTube and any place you got a podcast.
We are on WordPress with wrassleboyspod at .wordpress.com. I almost said
wrassleboyspod.wordpress.com, yes.
Yeah.
And we have a Twitter at Wrassleboys.
Yeah, I tweet about shit there.
Yeah. And if you're really hungry for some actual wrestling content out of us, also on our website is my Wrestle Booking articles.
We might do a Wrestle Booking live if we can get an audience.
Yeah, if we get an audience, we can definitely do that.
Where we'll just shoot the shit about like fantasy booking. Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
We own this shit. We can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want. Like a bad episode.
Yes.
But yes, I believe that should end us off. I think we got all our plugs in.
Yes, we did.
We gave our summary.
Yeah, good.
And like we always say,
a winner is you.